I'm Casey Coretti-Lee, and today we're going to be doing a dessert that is basically strawberries, Philadelphia cream cheese, and puff pastry. Ooh, and a bit of whipping cream too. So let me give you the basic ingredients. I'd love to tell you the name of this dessert, but it doesn't really have one. My kids have always called it that yummy strawberry dessert that we help with. Go figure. Let's get started on the ingredients. We've got 2 pounds of fresh strawberries. These are cleaned, and this would do nice healthy servings for 8 people. We have a half a cup of sugar to go with that. We'll be using 1 pack or 8 ounces of strawberry variety Philadelphia cream cheese. We're going to need 1 box of puff pastry and sugar to coat our puff pastry with. And then we're going to need whipping cream. So we're going to use 2 cups of whipping cream with 1 cup of confectioner's sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's it, really simple. Oh, one other thing, we're going to need some letters or cookie cutters to cut out shapes and patterns from our puff pastry. And today I'm going to be using initials, as in Paula Deen. All right, for our puff pastries, we are going to do either shapes. You can cut them out with a cookie cutter. You can use a template of a piece of paper of something that maybe your children have written, their name or their initial. Or you can very simply do little strips so that you're going to have little finger cookies. And it's a nice variety to have different ones. When I do a dinner party, I do like to do people's initials. I've got a K right there for my own initials. And as you can see, you put them on a baking sheet. We're going to bake them for 400-degree oven for about 15-20 minutes at the most. And you do kind of have to keep a close eye on them. When they are puffy and light brown, that's exactly the moment to take them out. And they are going to be absolutely wonderful with our strawberry dessert. We like lots of sugar on them, so feel free to indulge. Ooh, look at them, they're absolutely fantastic. Now these cooked for 14 minutes. I always set the timer a couple of minutes early just to double check on the oven. And look, they're absolutely fantastic. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. They're light, they're fluffy, and they're golden brown. We're gonna let them cool just a little bit while we make our whipped cream and get our Philadelphia cream cheese mixed together with our fresh strawberries. Be right back. Okay, let's do the final process of assembling this dessert. I'm going to do it for 4 people. And I've got our whipping cream. I'm going to use 1 cup of whipping cream. Now, put your whipping cream, your bowl, and your beaters into the freezer for about 15 minutes before you get started on this. The colder everything is, the better it's going to beat up for you. So please pardon the noise, but we're going to get started on this. You can see the bowl is still a little bit frozen, and I can't wait. I absolutely love whipping cream. You're going to start off slowly. If you start off on high, it's just going to fly everywhere. You want to use the deepest bowl as possible. And you want to whip this up until it has soft peaks before you add your sugar and your vanilla. Alright, you can see I've got real soft peaks here. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla or thereabouts. You can use almond or peppermint, anything else that your family really prefers. My family likes the vanilla. And I've got a half a cup of confectioner's sugar here. Just going to whirl that in for a second and turn it back on. There we go. That's good. We don't want to make butter out of this. And if you keep going long enough, you actually will make butter, but that's not what we want to do. We have nice stiff peaks on this. And what we're going to do, you can actually see with the holes where the beaters were, okay? We're going to take this and we're going to mix it in with our Philadelphia cream cheese. I've left the beaters here because we are going to simply take our Philadelphia, put it into a big bowl. We're going to beat that up to soften it up a little bit. It is at room temperature, but I do want to fluff it up just a little bit. And then we're going to start folding in our whipped cream. This is going to be so good. It's absolutely fantastic combination of flavors. Alright, since we're going to be adding these 2 together, you don't need to bother to wash your beaters. Now, In order to keep this nice and fluffy, we're going to mix in our strawberries first, and then we're going to mix in our whipped cream. So we're going to take about half a cup to a cup of strawberries, depending on how many people you've got at your table, and we're going to mix these two together. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is mix it with the beater. That'll be a little bit faster. Okay, super fast. Now we're done with that. We're going to mix in our whipping cream. And this is 1/2 of the whipping cream that we're going to put in here. The other half are going to go in the bowl separately. So we want to take just a nice scoop of our whipped cream and mix it in gently. We're going to fold it in back and forth like this. Now, this is one of the things that my kids used to do. I have 2 kids, and they each used to take turns with jobs. One would put the whipping cream in the glasses, one would put the filling and the fruit in. They always got to make their own and choose what kind of cookie they were going to put on it. And that's why it's really a family dessert. It's something that the kids can be totally involved with. And from this, my son actually started making these huge fruit salads that were absolutely gorgeous. But this was the first dessert that the kids always helped me with. 1 more scoop of the whipped cream mixed in with the filling, and then we're going to assemble our dessert, and then we get to eat one. Okay, here we go. Okay, now comes the fun part. I love this part of it. We're going to start assembling our desserts. Now, this is a margarita glass, and it's made out of plastic. I've had these for a long time. I absolutely adore them, and that way, when the kids are helping, nothing gets broken. The worst that'll happen is a little bit of a mess. All right, we're going to put strawberries. Then we have our Philadelphia cream cheese and our whipped cream combination. A nice little layer of that. Yum. Now, more strawberries. This is rather decadent, but well worth it. Now we have another scoop of the Philadelphia cream cheese mixed in with strawberries and whipped cream. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Now we have a few more strawberries. They're nice and juicy. The sugar that we put on the earlier brings out the juices a little bit. And now we're going to put a nice scoop of whipped cream on top. And then we're going to put our initials this time. And since Paula Dean is our hostess with the mostest on this program, I have put, Paula, your initials on this. This one is for you. I'm going to make the other ones, and I'm going to share one with all of you. I'll be right back as soon as I finish putting them together. Ooh, we have now arrived at my favorite time, tasting time. I can't wait. Spectacular, absolutely fantastic, light, fluffy, but filled, absolutely filled with flavor. Do try it. I'm Casey Coretti Lee. I hope you dine well this evening. Bye.